Just pretty quick, both these guys, Jamie's got to jump here. Both are a little banged up, so I'll open up right away. Obviously, amazing fight, and it was absolute war. If you take a look at both of them, it shows it's pretty good. I'll open it up. Hey, thank you. Thank you.
You're the taller fighter coming into this bout. A lot of people were expecting you to be working from the outside and you to use your movement. And most of the fight, it seemed like you actually had to go forward and press the action. Was that something you were anticipating from Varner?
I think he was kind of hoping that I would fight like I always do and just charge him the whole fight. So I think he was trying to counter me and I was trying to counter him. And yeah, he did a good job, man. He broke his shit all over himself and poked my eye, and it was good, man. I had fun, so hopefully someday we can do it again. I don't know.
Hey, I just want to say Donald's one tough mofo. He's a great guy, and both our conditioning was on point. I guess I was coming up, man. I just took that knee, and it was right, perfect temple shot, and I couldn't see, man. It was just the curtains came over my eyes, and I didn't know. I thought I lost the fight. I was a little upset because I was crying. I thought I lost, and I don't want it to go down like that. Donald's a great guy. We were the main event, but I'm just glad that I could show you guys one hell of a fight for 4 rounds.
Go ahead.
Is it going to be a rematch? Oh hell yeah! Oh hell yeah! That fight wasn't supposed to last that long. My fist wasn't made to hit somebody that hard and have them keep taking it. So I'm just gonna go back to the drawing board and figure him out. I gotta learn from this fight. He was doing a great job using his lead leg to counter me. He watched some serious tape on me. He knew what to do, and I'm gonna have to work on the counter to his counter.
Can there be like a clarification of the rules of why I went to the judges as opposed to a disqualification?
I think we're getting a statement from the athletic.
I talked to the commission. Basically, they said once the 4th round starts, if the referee deems that it was an intentional foul, which the referee decided, they count all 4 full rounds as far as scores go, and then they count the 5th partial.
So he had a chance to win that fight. So I did a good job of dominating each round, or at least controlling each round. I can't say I dominate because I'm the one that's being carried around everywhere, and he's the one that's walking on his own 2 feet. So, but I felt like I did a good job, hit him with some good shots and taking him down. His takedown defense was a little bit better than I had expected. He said, I get
What do you mean? He took me on every time we tried.
you fought pretty good. You got up, and then you hit a nice double leg on me. So, dude, it was an honor to fight this guy. This was the war that I had hoped it would be. This is the toughest fight I've had. Donald's the truth. He deserved this fight. He's still the #1 contender, and I can't wait to fight him again.
Thanks, buddy.
You're a good guy, Donald.
You said you broke your foot?
Broke my foot on
At
his
what point?
face.
that kick in the 4th round?
Yeah, I was hoping that would put him to sleep, but he's a tough dude, man. That would have been knockout night and high.
Well, if you're gonna keep your hands down like me, you gotta be tough, I guess, right?
I guess so.
Do you guys feel like a fight of this caliber kind of adds a little bit of star power to the division? I mean, some of the other divisions in WEC probably have guys with a higher profile. Do you feel like this will, aid in that for the 155 division?
Oh yeah, man. I hope people watching at home are like, wow, man, those 55ers, they get it, and man, I think we set a pretty good pace. I would have liked to set a better pace, but yeah, I seen at one point there was 3 Jamies out there. I was fighting, and my eye got poked, so I had to squint an eye. But it was good, man. I think people sit back and think that, yeah.
And when you slipped, I let you get back up. We talked about that.
Yeah.
I thought we fought a good fight, man. I drew the line, and then he started kicking me.
Do you guys see any other stars at your same weight who, might be capable of kind of hanging in there?
Donald and I are the best 155 pounders in the WEC, and we can both go to the UFC and make waves. I'm for sure. I fought one of the best guys in the UFC, Hermes Franca, and Donald gave me the toughest fight of my life. And he's one hell of a competitor and a warrior. And there's no reason why 3-4 years from now we shouldn't be fighting each other for the UFC title.
You guys want a rematch right away, or we're gonna have like a tune-up?
Nah, man, let's get it. Let's get it.
Yeah, we
my
get it.
hand.
So what's your reaction to the crowd booing? Aside from what we saw on the cage.
You know, I hate that, man, because look, I didn't ask to be kneed in the head on the ground. You know, it's not like it was my fault. You know, my body can only take so damn much, and you know, he's a strong dude. He had 28 kickboxing fights. He knows how to knee somebody. He's got power. He dropped Rob 5 times. I didn't get dropped. I got nailed with a knee on the ground. I was coming up. I was still on the ground, and you know, it was a good shot. It sucks to get booed, man, because I'm a competitor. I'm a warrior. I want to fight to the end. I want to fight to the death. And the fact that I couldn't continue sucked. Because I walked out there in that 5th round with a broken hand and a broken foot. I walked out there. I was already fucked up, but I knew I had a job to do, and I knew I had some unfinished business. So, I mean, you know, for them to boo me for something I couldn't control, it just sucks, man. So that's why I want to, as soon as I heal up, I want to get it again, and you know, hopefully it doesn't last that long. We have a decisive winner, but it goes 5 rounds and it's a war again. Hey, we can get 5 tonight again, and may the best man win.
At what point do you think it will take for you to be able to say call out the 155 in the UFC? I mean, if you keep on defending your title,
After I
whomever.
beat Donald, I think Donald's one of the toughest dudes in the 155-pound division. You know, and I'm still a baby in this sport. I'm 24 years old, guys. I got a long career ahead of me. I'm still learning, man. Every fight I grow, and you know, maybe that wasn't the fight that the crowd really likes to see. You know, movement on my feet, but you got to fight smart, man. I was on my bike. I was in and out using my angles and stuff. I didn't want to just run into a punch. I didn't want to run into a kick. I was trying to set him up. He was trying to set me up. He's doing a good job of countering. And he's top notch. He's a top level dude, and he can go to the UFC right now and beat some of the biggest names in the UFC right now, guaranteed.
There's no reason they wouldn't fight again.
I want to do it in Arizona. I want to do this fight in my hometown. You know, we show that we can have a battle. We show that we can have a war, and there's nothing I'd like better than fight in my home state. So if the WEC could give me that, have me rematch Donald in Arizona, Phoenix, Arizona, in front of my friends and family, that'd be an honor, and I'd really like to have that happen. And you know, I trained really hard for this, guys. This was the longest camp I've ever had. I took Donald serious. I think it showed out there. So I just want to let you guys know I really did my best to bring it tonight. And you know, I wasn't able to finish the fight, but damn, we at least gave you one hell of a fight until it was done.
Is Phoenix a possibility?
Absolutely. Now I think their rules have changed now, so we're definitely looking at Arizona, and Phoenix would be a logical choice. So we'll see.
Is that the plan for the WEC to go to untapped markets, potential smaller markets?
Not necessarily smaller markets. You know, we've been to decent sized markets. We just want to keep growing across the U.S. and spread grow our market, which only helps grow our TV viewership. So as more and more markets or more and more states become sanctioned, and we'll start going into those. And you know, we're going into Texas in March. We have plans to go into Chicago. We hit Florida. So we just want to keep growing across the U.S.
Based on the results of tonight, how soon do you proceed coming back to San Diego?
Ernie Hahn would tell you in a month, but I don't know if that's gonna. We love this building; it's great. The sports arena is outstanding. The fans were great. It's a huge MMA market, Southern California as a whole. We showed that we can be successful here, so it's certainly a market I want to come back to as much as possible. The tough part, like I said, though, is we can play in almost every market in the U.S. now, so we do need to grow. We need to continue to grow our fan base and get into new markets. So with the success, I certainly want to come back as soon as possible.